Correct. Jens, yes, I did. I start Tuesday. Thank you for the heart me rose. Hey, Roger, how are you doing? Angel Eyes, hope you're doing good. Haven't seen you pop in a while. Hope you're having a good day.
That's good.
Thank you. I'll try. We're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. It's a relaxing Sunday.
It's a Mexican street corn dip. They're using Doritos.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. We was able to get the money for the room. Um, that'll be paid up. The only kind of really hold up we're having right now is um, groceries and a little bit of gas. So I kind of had to prioritize the room first, and then if we get any more help, which we could definitely use any kind of help to be able to get some groceries and to be able to put some gas in the car so I can get back and forth to work all week. Um, it'd be appreciated. A few people offered help with, the room today. Of course, I'm going to let them know that, hey, we don't need help with the room. It's completely covered. Um, and hey, Wingo, how are you doing? Yeah, I start Tuesday. I found me a really good job, so doing pretty good, Wingo. Tell you, I think I have all three of my mods in here at this moment, but Jessie might be asleep. She said she was laying down and might fall asleep. It's rare when I get all three of y'all in here at the same time. I'll get all three of y'all in here and everybody act right. When it's one of y'all in here, everybody wants to act up. I just announced it yesterday that I had gotten a new job and start Tuesday, and but thank you for that. I appreciate the kind words there. Oh, you got a headache? Yeah, no. So with that being said,
That's that's my food. Regular time off my purse.
I wanted regular time off, but I'll take a migraine because it hit pretty strong and out of nowhere.
The new cherry coke fruit.
Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. I had to take something. I had a headache, just like it felt like somebody walked up to me and smacked me in the side of the head. So when I get a headache, I don't wait around. I just go ahead and take something. That's right. That's what I do. Not everybody does that though. Some people wait. I've been having a lot of issues out of my neck. A lot of my headaches are stemming from my neck. I wake up in the morning and my neck's just out of whack, and then my head's off and on hurting all day. So, what's up, Fly High? Ooh. I don't even want them to start looking at my neck. It's so far out of whack. Mine just came out of nowhere. It's just, I was sitting here talking to you guys, and it felt like legit somebody walked up and smacked me. Hey, Christina, congratulations on the 500-minute mark of watching our lives. That's what, 6 hours? Is that right? That's not right. 500 minutes, 60 minutes in an hour. It's what, over 8 hours of watching our lives? That is insane. Thank you for being around that long. God,
Thank you for being with me.
yeah.
Travel down the road and back again.
Yeah, I know that's a lifetime watch thing. I haven't been on that long today, so she could have got that in one day yesterday, though. It's crazy an 18-wheeler hit you. I've been dropped on my head and neck and up on my shoulders and stuff so much from wrestling that I don't even want to begin them looking at my neck because I know how bad my hip is. So, I kind of like that TikTok does that now. It tells you how long someone's been watching you, like the little milestones. It's pretty cool in my opinion. What's up, Boston Sox? I'm more of a Chicago White Sox guy myself, but you know. Y'all double tap that screen if you don't mind as you're coming through. If you're just sitting here listening, double tap the screen. All right, Carrie. We're doing pretty good today, Boston. How about yourself? We'll get everybody double tapping that push the live out there more. Got 65 people in here. Yeah, I believe the pollen has been kicking my butt lately too. I thought I had a cold there for a little while, but leaning more towards the pollen. I'm kind of raspy today from all the time that we spent on live yesterday. Really worked on my voice quite a bit. Y'all bear with me 1 minute. I'm going to mute the live for a second. Okay, guys, I'm back. Wingo, we did. We did. We was very blessed last night and got the help that was needed to pay for the room. We'll cover a week. It'll cover a week. So like I said, we was very blessed with that last night. Still got a few little roadblocks ahead of us with some gas money and groceries, but it's hoping to find a little help with that stuff today. And then we're virtually looking at it in a couple of weeks not having to ask for help anymore, guys, and that feels amazing. We're looking at a paycheck coming in and starting to be able to afford everything ourselves. They are that. I looked at the gas prices a while ago and it was like $3.89. I was like, man, it's but we have to cover both of it. So I mean, we have to have both of it. All of us do. It's like they know that we got to have gas. They know we got to have food. So they know we're going to have to pay whatever they want to charge for it. So that's where they get you. They get you on the stuff that they know you can't live without. So kind of hoping a few more from last night comes on because I was hoping Jesse would be able to stay awake. There's something I want to talk about that a lot of us kind of watched unfold yesterday. We got talking about, and I was wanting to tell them what I've discovered. Hey, Penguin, how are you doing? Everything's going pretty good. Things going pretty good. Yeah, last night was a pretty good live, especially the last maybe hour of it. We was all just on there joking and cutting up and having a blast, and but there was some stuff there that was kind of weird last night that like I want to talk about it, but I kind of want the ones that was in here to be around. So maybe if they jump on here in a little while, we'll discuss it. What's the situation? That's what I'm talking about. That is exactly who I am talking about. Because I'll go ahead and discuss a little bit of it. For the ones who missed it yesterday, we was trying to get some help with the room. We got the help, but we had somebody coming in asking a bunch of questions. Her name was Chastity. She came in, she was asking a bunch of questions and everything. She was like, I want to ask you the questions, decide on whether or not I want to help you or not. I said, okay, it's completely fair. So I answered every question she asked. When she gets to one question, Tusk, you seen this? She gets to the one question, she's like, if I gave you $600, what would it be used for? Room, gas, and food. And then she just flips. Started calling me a liar. She's like, I know what you're lying about. I know this. I know that. Why don't you just tell me the truth? And gave her plenty of time. I don't even think she's blocked, to be honest with you, so she could come back on if she wanted to. I didn't have any mods block her. I didn't block her. But she just kept on with we'll tell the truth. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Why don't you inform us on what you're talking about? Well, somebody had pointed out, they said, man, Awareness should have fun with her because she has her Cash App tag on her profile. We all agreed to that. We was all like, yeah, they should get her because she, she has that on there. Well, last night after I got off here, I laid here in the bed for about an hour, couldn't sleep. I got back on, started just researching. The Chastity girl who came out here and did all that, and we was all like, well, Awareness sees she's got her Cash App tag on her profile. They're going to be on her. Now, they're not going to because she's friends with about 10 different Awareness pages. So she's on their lives talking. She's reshared some of their stuff. And she's friends with about 10 of them. But she sits there with her CA on her profile. Information in her bio. So I was sitting there and I was like, oh, okay. So she was sitting in here. And then listen, the biggest thing you can do, y'all hang on one second. I had to blow my nose and you guys didn't need to hear that. I think if you step back and just watch on a lot of things, you'll learn a lot of things. And I have stepped back and I've watched different awareness groups give their whole game plan away on how they're going to start addressing and attacking the problem. And one of them was send people in to offer help, to ask questions over and over and over and over to basically annoy the person into getting mad. The other one was to send somebody in, ask questions, and then offer resources. And then when they get blocked, say, oh, we all see what he did. They didn't want the resources. They want your money. Oh, 100%. Tuss, that's exactly what she was in there for. She was in there to bait. And when it didn't happen, when she didn't trigger me with something, she got out of the chat. Hey, Abundance, how you doing? So it was that type of situation. So that's the stuff. That's the new tactics they're going to use. Hey, Halloween hippie, how are you doing? So we're not going to be on here nowhere near the amount of time we was yesterday. Yesterday was a crazy long live. We was on here for almost 10 hours with short breaks in between. Got on about 1, didn't get off till a little bit after 11. So it was a long day yesterday. Yeah, she did. Well, if they said Chastity doesn't beg though, but y'all say that it's wrong to post your cash app. Why would somebody need to post their cash app if they wasn't asking for somebody to send them something on their cash app? That's what y'all say about when I had mine posted. Oh, you're begging somebody to send you something because you have it posted. But now she has hers posted. It's okay. The double standard runs crazy in the awareness community. Oh, well, selling stuff secondhand on your TikTok is supposed to be against TikTok's guidelines. Everything's supposed to go through the TikTok shop. Because I know someone who's lost their creator status because they was trying to sell a pair of shoes. Just saying the double standard is wild. Must have hit a nerve. You can always tell when you hit a nerve with these people. I didn't, but she's, like I said, she's friends with at least 10 of them. I was in here using the bait technique to the bait to rage technique. Because you can sit there and you can hear with your own ears if you just listen long enough, or you can read it with your own eyes of a certain group talking about the steps they're willing to take and what they're going to do next. And I give this much to here's one of my irks. 100% was Tusk. Yesterday, when I hear with my own ears, and I give props, digital deceivers. Plainly said, we need to stop making the pictures. The pictures aren't doing any good. The only thing I had against what she said was, instead of, I do want to have a conversation with you. I've reached out with you. I mean, you need to have a private conversation. So, but like I was about to say, the only thing that got me was, it's not that, okay, it wasn't stop making these pictures because you're making fun of someone's size, you're making fun of someone's cross-dressing, you're making fun of this. We need to quit making the pictures because it's giving them fuel to use. But then the same group will come in and do the same thing they've always done. Now, I give her props for standing up, saying we don't need to make these pictures. Like I said, my only irk was, it should have been a couple of reasons not to. And I'm not the only one getting pictures made of. I'm not the only one getting pictures. And there's one there. Just pops up again. So it is. Where's the double standard stops? Okay, so if you're on here and you ask for help and you've got your CA or something posted in your bio, you're completely wrong. But if you're just on here and you've got it posted, you're in the right. So it's where does that go? Where's the double standard stop? Having their words exactly, teaching people how to troll, how to make troll accounts, burner accounts. There's another one. Fatty for life with my picture on it. Photoshopped me in a Speedo. That's kind of what I just said, Brittany. Bean is snoring it up over there. And a bunch of ears that doesn't need to hear our conversation or see the conversation doesn't need access to it just because you think it should be done in public. I mean, if something's said wrong, the only you'll do is screenshot it and post it anyway. So, okay, Tess, that's what I figured. Did you give them a new picture they got to rip off to spoof? And see, that's the only irk I had with what digital was saying was, okay, well, we can't, we got to stop sharing the pictures because it gives them. And but nowhere was it was like, well, we got to stop the body shaming. We got to stop this. That should have been mentioned too. That's what I feel should have been mentioned also. So, well, I think we need to talk in private, kind of have a man-to-man discussion. And then after we have that man-to-man discussion, we can have one for the public. Okay, y'all are completely missing the point of that. I gave her credit for stepping up and saying, hey, y'all need to stop using these pictures. Y'all need to stop making the pictures. I give her credit for standing up and saying that. I'm just saying that it should have been taking one more step forward to say, not just for we're giving them fuel to use, because they listened to her yesterday. That group that she was talking to was listening to her. It's like, well, we went and took the post down. We did that. So she was using her influence that she has in that community to get them to stop using the picture. But somebody has to step up and say, too, to these same people that the body shaming, the, all that stuff has got to stop. Because they listened to her. Now I give her props. She told them we've got to stop making pictures and stuff. But like I said, some of these people need to hear it from somebody above them, somebody that they look up to, somebody that they respect. They need to hear them say, this has got to stop. Body shame is not the way to go with it. And I know not all of them is going to stop, but it's like they took her word, and it was like, you're right, we need to do that. And the only thing I'm saying is, the accounts with the horrible names that throw that out there, it just needs somebody who has leadership like she does to step up and say, hey, the body shaming and the stuff like that, and that needs to stop because it's wrong. Not just because it gives somebody fuel to use. Somebody needs to step up and tell these people, hey, it's wrong to do it. You know, So that's what I'm saying about that whole situation. I'm not saying anything bad about digital. Everybody just heard me say it right now. Everybody just heard me say it right now. I don't know. Okay. And always, we're kind of, I'm kind of 100% agreeing with you. But when a full group that was hell bent on using those pictures goes, you know what, digital, you're 100% correct. We went and took the pictures down. That's a little change that can make a big change. Right? So there's some that's not going to change. They're not going to. That's going to be their tactics through and through, 100%, all the way. Make fun of people, body shame people, talk bad about them, take every low blow you can at them. That's going to be their thing. I give props for digital stepping up and saying we don't need to be making these pictures. So but that's my opinion. I have the right to my opinion on it. I didn't see the question they asked. I didn't even see they got blocked. My mods blocked them, and my mods, when they block people, they have a reason to block them. So, well, there's got to be a reason. There's always a reason. And I know what you mean, Tusk. There's there's a simple way I can make it where you won't see me ever again, Jennifer. Phil, let's talk about this. I was paying them back. I sent a payment to each of them. When Guardians of Valor was the big mediator in between us and them. So then I send them back. I contacted him, told him I could send $15 a week. He said, that's fine. I sent the first 15. He sends me a message back. He goes, they called their real names. I won't say their real names on here. Said, just Janet. And New Mexico Nana. I said he used their real names. Want the full payment or no payment? So if you can't send the full payment next week, we're taking this to court. Don't send anything. And he was supposed to be the mediator between them at the time. That's back when everybody thought he was just the new sun in the sky. I was like, I can't pay the full payment back next week, but I can pay back the two. That's the only two that I owe anything to. Nobody else has ever sent me anything with an agreement of being paid back. So when he sent me that, he plainly said, "Do not reach out to them." I have the letter put up. I've never posted this letter, but apparently I need to get it out. Hey, Mayhem. Do not contact them. I'm representing them. We'll see you in court over the money. So that was the end of me paying them back at that point. I'm going back to work Tuesday. We'll gladly go back to the $15 each on them out of every paycheck until they're paid back. So it's finally said and done. But when I was doing it, the great almighty Guardians of Valor was the one who stopped it. Mayhem, how are you doing today? Yes, I do. I start a new job Tuesday. But I'm still trying to get the answer of, is it right or wrong to have your payment methods in your bio? Thank you. I'm sure y'all get some sun sooner or later. Now, I know for a fact two of the awareness people that she's friends with on here are totally against having your stuff in your bio. So they say it's wrong for every person to do it, but it was okay for her to have it if, as long as she was working the same narrative that they was. Because that's kind of how it seems with that situation. No, just try my. If that's your opinion, and if you don't like that, that's you can easily not see my lives. That's something I don't get. The people who complain about watching me, but yet you watch me. And I appreciate that, Mayhem. I really do. We have a lot of people just want to come in and listen, and that's fine. But it's like I'm just at a point So, dear God, we're about over this stuff. And that's fine, darling. And I know your awareness. So, and just to say, not everybody from awareness gets blocked. Adam was in here. I don't know. He might still be. Darling, I know your awareness. Um, I start this new job Tuesday. It's a good paying job. It's 40 hours guaranteed. And it's going to be able to pay our room and buy our food and put groceries in the car. Put grocery in the refrigerator and gas in the car. I almost said that backwards. I want to get on here and just have fun. And I appreciate that, darling. But there are groups that don't want to see that. They try their best to tear it down. I love you too, Toots. Hey, Christine, we're doing pretty good. How about yourself? But that was something I just wanted to talk about because I sit there and I can watch the videos and hear them talk about new ways we're going to attack the lives, and hey, we're going to have a live and we're going to teach people how to troll and make burner accounts, and some of them use the tactics of the body shaming and the pictures. And like I said, I give kudos to digital for stepping up and saying we don't need to be using pictures. None of us do. So, but it's like it gets too much. It really does. And where's the line in the sand, guys? Yeah, I have, and I want it to stop. But just because I've asked somebody for help doesn't give anybody the right to body shame me and make pictures of me dressed up as women. And so, does that give them the right to do that? Because I've asked for help for a while. You're right, Mayhem. Believe me, I want to also, but I also, when I was at Harbor Freight was starting to do better, I was steadily harassed. Luckily, one of those people is not even on the app anymore. Uh, Actually, a couple of them is on the app. I don't know. I don't know if Valor came back or not. I heard he did. I didn't check into it. Um, And that's what some of these groups have done. It's like, because just because, okay, they all want to say, well, your wife docks where you worked at. Well, just because those people had that knowledge didn't mean they had to do anything with my job. So they made that choice. That's why we are using a Pixar picture on a black screen set up like this now, because even to go live, we don't make videos where you see where we're at. The one guy who's not on the app anymore, his name was Just Curious. He would take screenshots and zoom into my glasses so he could see the reflection off of them, so he could figure out where I was at, so he could come take pictures of me. And his whole page is full of it, or was full of it. If I can't lump awareness into the group, then y'all can't lump everybody who asked for help into the same group. The last name that was just blocked, Tummy Timmy Fatty Boy, with a picture of me photoshopped in a Speedo. Anybody want to speak up how that's wrong? How that's body shaming? How that's bullying? %95 of the time, I'm sure everybody's heard the name Matilda, takes credit for making all of these accounts. I'm not sure how I just got a restriction for saying the name that they're calling me on here. I said the name back and just got a restriction.
Wow. But it's okay for them to do it.
It's okay, so I can't lump awareness into a group, but awareness can lump me into a group. Is that the standard we're saying? Matilda works with JSA in that group over there. They all sit there and laugh and cut up about what he does. And she's an awareness. She runs an awareness page. When he runs back over there and be like, "Don't see how many fake accounts I made on this one. Really got to him today." And they all laugh and cut up about it. What's for supper? I have no idea. Okay, so if someone bullies me I should just cower away and stay away from it. I can't stand up for myself. Because I do believe that everybody should be taught to stand up against bullying. Doing pretty good, Rodney. We can block Thomas with that one, guys. So I guess this is where we're trying to figure out each other here at this point, and I'm enjoying the conversation back and forth because I feel like we're on the we're trying to figure something out here instead of just I judge you, you judge me, and we're at each other's throat. At what time does that give these other groups, though, the right to be bullying? I don't think any time frame. You got block jumping jacks? I'm sorry about that, man. I'll get you unblocked after the live because I don't know. I didn't see you get blocked.
I'm not sure how to do it.
If I can find me and him's talked in DM, so if you can go to a DM that was jumping jacks, you can unblock them from there. Oh, you was ripping on GOV? Okay. Jumping jacks, we'll get you unblocked, man. Sorry about that. Let me go back to this conversation. Okay, can we not agree that there's ways to do stuff properly, though? And that some of the ways is it on both ends, on both ends, on asking for help and awareness. There's ways that is done wrong. And I think we can kind of agree on none of us wants to be put in the same box with everybody else. And by box, I mean like put in the same category. See, that's what I was saying about earlier, and I don't. It kind of caught some throwback. I don't know if throwback's the word I'm looking for, but a little bit of clapback. Digital got on there yesterday and told another group that was using the pictures and everything else, "Hey guys, we don't need to use these pictures. We need to do this the right way." Now, it's got a picture of a dog. So she got on there, and I wished the point of, oh crap, I don't know what I did there. the bullying and stuff, but she used her influence in the community to get a whole group of people to go, you know what, you're right. Let's change this. Let's don't use the pictures. Let's don't body shame. So she used her influence as being a top-notch stand-up person in the awareness community to get something changed. Can't change everybody. I'm very aware of that. But a little change starts a big change. But when you have some of your bigger creators getting on here and they say by any means necessary, what I heard with my own ears was her saying, we don't need to use these pictures. And they went, you're right. We're not going to use them anymore. I might have just heard a clip of it, but that's what I heard.
I went down a quick call, but I didn't.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying the part that I heard was okay. Apparently, me and him not talked, and I have to do it afterwards, so I don't know how to get to it. So I heard that little soundbite of it, and still, I didn't think nothing was wrong with the soundbite because she was encouraging to do things the right way. I'm not saying she can control them. I think always in trouble. I think you're completely missing the point. Like you're completely out of the ballpark on the point. It's like I know she could get up there tomorrow and give the biggest speech, greatest speech ever about how to do awareness right, and some people are going to do it differently. So it's like I'm using that as the example because that's the only example I have of one of awareness standing up and saying, guys, we got to stop doing this. That's the only example I have of it. I don't have another one that I can use. So I do kind of keep going back to that because that's the only example where I've ever heard with my own ears. And that's what I trust in the situation is what I hear or what I read. I don't trust hearsay. On it. So that's what I heard. So that's what I keep going back to because that's the only thing I have to go back to that I know for a fact. But listen, a little change in that helps everybody else. Yeah. You can only control you, not anywhere else. But I agree and disagree with that in so many different ways because we see so many people every day with politics being led around like dogs by politicians to believe and say whatever they want them to say. There's people on this app that will follow whatever someone else tells them. And there's people on this app that aren't going to listen to God himself if he came down and told them this is wrong. So, but that's life. And I don't know how old you are, always in trouble, but if you haven't realized that people can control other people, then there's a little part of life there that I'm jealous that you haven't seen, because it's every day. And when somebody speaks up, if someone speaks up that's an influence to people, they can change the way people think. And if that's not true, then there shouldn't be anybody sitting here saying anything about Donald Trump, Biden, Obama, or any politician that has changed the way someone's thinking. That's what they're following. Brittany, if we got some help with food and gas for the week, or I'll be working most of the week. We might come on just to talk, let everybody know how everything's going. And just to talk. Because that's the end goal. That's we want to come on here and talk. I want to go to work. We want to come on here and talk and battle, have fun, and then live life. I've never said I didn't want resources, but a lot of people don't understand that resources ain't an instant thing. Yes, I'm getting at least guaranteed 40 hours. Yeah, we'll have to come on when Wing goes off. So, listen, I'm open to more talking back and forth. I know, like I said, I know Darling's awareness. I know Adam's awareness. Always, I don't know if you're in the group or you just follow them. I don't know. I haven't seen your name. It's all about respectful doing it, and that's how y'all done that today. Exactly, Wingo. That's it. Wingo was saying it. It was typing it as I was saying it. It's the ones who come over here, and a lot of them came over and started coming over in this sense of I'm getting raspy again. When it was said on a live, heard it with my own ears, seen the clip. We have to stop them at any means necessary. That's a vague statement. We all know that. My any means necessary might be night and day from Darla. Any means necessary. You know, my any means necessary, it might be totally different between always in trouble. Might be totally, your any means necessary might be making a sign and going to picket something you hate, and someone else's any means necessary might be taking a drastic measure against whatever you're protesting or you're against. When those words were spoken, hey Kayla, on that awareness live, it got absolutely crazy in our lives. That's when people started following us around, taking pictures of us. That's when the letters started coming in. That's when phone calls to where we was staying and where we was working at was coming in. That's when it got so bad, and it's still that way, that we moved from the town we grew up in to a totally different town to start over fresh. with the but some people's any means necessary would be let's go real life. They're saying we've got to do this any way we can take these people down. Let's take them down. So that's how some people see that. That's how some people hear that. Some people would hear it as, okay, any means necessary, we got to do this, but we got to do this by the right way. Hey, Connie, we're not going to bully. We're not going to body shame. We're not going to make fake names, you know. I truly pray to the good Lord above that once checks start coming in, we're paying everything our own way. The only thing we're doing is getting on here saying hi, talking and cutting up, that it all stops. In reality, I don't think it does. Connie said hi.
Hey. Yeah, I think one of your enemies is probably over watching now, just not saying nothing.
Well, they always do. So, with that, hey, Cookie. Kayla says, hey.
Hey.
Darla, can you, and you might not know this, I don't know how long you've been around. We deactivated this app and was gone for a month. Full 30 days. Didn't come on this app. I didn't even have Facebook at the time. I was still getting harassed daily by JSA's group and a couple other groups on here. Heather, we have the hotel taken care of. And I understand that. And the last thing I want to do, I want to come on here and be able to just to battle, talk, have fun. I don't want to be harassed daily. I get, and like I said, even when we was off this out for a solid month, they never stopped making posts. They would go back to old videos they had recorded of us to put on there. And then I started looking into what's going on. And the ones who are constantly doing it took a dip in their money they was making on gifts and stuff here for their lives. Because unfortunately, you have no privacy on how much you make on this app. Anybody can go to tickleap.com and find out what anybody's making on this app. Nobody should ever feel ashamed to ask for help. I'll die on that hill. Nobody should make somebody feel shameful for asking for help.
I mean, if you have a family that is hungry, are you going to swallow your pride and are you going to ask for help?
A lot of them not.
Or
A lot of them not going to ask on anything anymore, any social media anymore, because some of the bullying side of awareness will get right on it. A woman was in here in their chat last night. Woman was on the chat last night. Fixed income, trying to figure out how to pay her light bill. Got on her Facebook, trying to find somebody to help her, and got reamed. But see, can't everybody do that, darling? Can't everybody? And that's something else that not everybody can work with a disability. So, and it's like everybody thinks, oh, you can, but not everybody can. I don't know. We're all not going to agree on an answer on that one. I can definitely tell that. Um, the whole I'm trying to figure out how to put it. The whole ask for help. You're not supposed to ask for help. You're not supposed to do this. You're not supposed to do that. I'm trying to figure out how to put this in my head. I'm trying to figure out how to put. And if I'd have been left alone at Harbor Freight, I wouldn't be on here today asking for help. So it's like we have this. Hold on, we're moving fast. Give me a second. Well, when I went for an interview at Tractor Supply in Dyersburg, where we used to live, I walk in and be like, "We've got an unalive threat on you." Just the other day, because until they figured out where I was, they was sending them out wildly. I went for 3 different interviews after that and got told we can't hire you because these letters we've gotten phone calls threatening the store if you come to work. So it's taking moving to a totally different city, not letting anybody know where we're at, and but see, that's the thing with this, Darla. That's not 100% correct. Because when Just Curious came in, because nobody knew where I was working at this time, he came in about 3 days before it was slipped on a live, took a picture of me in my work shirt, bragged that I checked him out, and then, because I had no idea who he was, he had a picture of Ryan Upchurch for his profile pic. His name was Just Curious. And then showed a picture of my car parked in front of the business. And then admits to telling another awareness guy where I was at that would take it real life, like he wasn't taking it real life by taking pictures of me. He was taking pictures of our car where we was at the motel we was at. If he couldn't find us at one motel, he would drive around that town until he found us.
I'll let it slip. Does that give them the green light to ruin our lives?
So Kaylee, you would think that, but Dyersburg Police Department said that they didn't have enough to go on. Still have a restriction on this live. So, I've said from the get go, I will protect me and Angela and Juju. And when I use this word, I mean it to the fullest extent. I will protect us by any means necessary. And when I use that, I mean I will protect us by anything I have to do. So, Mecco, I did, and we're waiting on their equipment to come in for that. I don't know the exact date it was. It was after a holiday I worked. We had a big parking lot sale. I went into work that. I was off that Tuesday because the sale was on Monday. Came back into work that Wednesday. Clocked in. Supervisor reported me into the office. Told me they were sending me home on a leave of absence until they got everything worked out with these letters. And then I was released. It's probably been about 5 months ago. Y'all bear with me. Yeah, I've come on here and asked for a lot of help. I don't think I've ever denied that. Donna, did anybody say it did? Well, Tammy, I would hope that anybody who chooses to donate is not taking anything and doing without to donate. I'm not asking anybody to help us out if they cannot help themselves. So, Tammy, I hate that you've had to go through that. But if you needed help from somebody, you shouldn't feel bad for asking for help. And I'm glad you got out of that situation. So, I've been on for about an hour and a half. Um, I don't know how many times, and see, this is where I get aggravated about stuff like this, because I don't know how many times I can answer the same questions that are being asked over and over and over. So it's like, you ask the question, I answer the question, you ask the question, I answer the question, you ask the question, I answer the question, and then you ask the questions again. And I appreciate you sharing the story, and I'm glad you walked away from that and you got away from the DV. Nobody deserves to go through any situation with that. I'm glad that you got the strength to get away from it, because those situations never get better. I've never seen one where they got better. I never see one where just magically out of the blue the person stops. So I think you're a very brave person for walking away from that. I'm glad you walked away from that. And that's sincere from the bottom of my heart. So it's, listen, Tammy, I don't know what your opinion is on me. My wife isn't talking too much. She stays away from this app. She gets aggravated a lot quicker than I do. But my DMs are always open if anybody ever needs to talk. So, and that's anybody in here. The one thing that let me skip saying that because it'd be used like that. I do get poked fun of a lot of times for diving into my religion and trying to be a better Christian. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. But that is something that I've really gotten into a lot. So I tell everybody, like, whether we're friends, whether or not, whether you hate me, whether you love me, if you need someone, the DMs are always open. We ain't got to be friends, but I'd hate to know that I'm online and someone else is online and they end up doing something stupid to themselves because they're going through something they felt like they didn't have somebody to talk to, just because we disagree with something in life. Thank you. I appreciate that. So you're very welcome. And I think, this is just me. I think stories of walking away from a DV situation needs to be shared more. I think I would love to see more stories of someone walking away from a situation like that. Because you never know who's watching what you're saying, and it might trigger them to go, you know what, I've had enough of it too, and I'm walking away. And that's exactly what we want. I'm tired of getting on here and asking for help, guys. I really am, and it's just. Ooh. Watch saying those S words, though. Remember, this is TikTok. You got to pew it. It's insane. And it's just, oh, you're fine. They would restrict you for saying it. AJ, I have no idea. And that's the honest answer. I have no idea. I'll be the first to tell you that there's been a lot of tough times since we've gotten this situation that I would not have made it through without the help from some people on here. And again, Jim, it hasn't been 3 years. It has not been 3 years. So that's another thing that irks me, and that's fine. I didn't take it as any disrespect. Uh, it's just the it's these people who follow the awareness community. The awareness. I don't know anything to call them. They're not the actual awareness group. The people in the chat, they're followers. Some of the people like to call them a cult. Y'all got y'all's little nicknames for them and everything. It's like just everybody kind of. I said it once. I've said it a million times. Like, get together and figure out how many years it's supposed to be. Because I've had 4 people in one chat from the same group come tell me I've been doing this for 4 different time periods and argue with me about it. But here's the thing that I want to point out. And since we're having an adult conversation here, everybody keeps saying this app is called Bake Talk now. Yeah, Brandy. I wanted to, back when I was at NSK and I was in the gym and I was getting in pretty decent shape, I wanted to start a fitness company called Kill 'Em All Fitness. I'm a huge Metallica fan. It made no money. Also made a GoFundMe too, that I wanted to help people who didn't have insurance. I wanted to start a GoFundMe and get something started with that. And it made not a dime. So another one of those, well, one of them was the one to benefit me was to help me start a fitness company called Kill 'Em All. I wanted a fitness apparel company. I wanted to make shirts, lifting straps. So I did that. Neither one of them made a single dime. There was never one donation. There was never one dime withdrawn because there was never a dime made. I actually forgotten about both of them until someone dug them up and posted them on here. So and I made another one when we first got into the hotels trying to get us on our feet. Didn't make a dime. Not one dime donated, not one dime pulled out of it. So after about a year of promoting the one for the clothing company and it didn't do anything, I decided I was just wasting my time. I promoted the one for about 6 months for the insurance, and it just was not, I couldn't catch any kind of footing with it to make any kind of headway into helping anybody. So I just kind of stopped promoting it. So, yeah, I actually pushed the one with the fitness stuff pretty hard for about a year. Y'all give me a moment. I'm trying to. All right, guys. I don't think I could have been any more open in this live. I feel like I've answered every question that's been asked. I've even talked to the awareness community and people that just watch them. It's been almost 2 hours of that. My throat's getting raspy again. You too, Tammy. We the beast, we the best. I'm not going to keep repeating stuff to you about I'm starting work Tuesday and all that stuff. I've done said that so many times. You've been on here for a minute. If you haven't heard it, I don't know. Is that her over here snoring? That bean over here just snoring it up, guys. But to throw it out there, just and this is kind of what the live was kind of about to begin with, guys. It was just to talk and everything. I didn't know we was going to end up talking to awareness and everybody like that. That's fine though. It was a good conversation. Wasn't nothing bad out of it. It was respectful conversation between adults. That's all I ask. And some of them think that coming in here and being rude and saying whatever they want is respectful. It wasn't. The ones that was in here today did everything very respectful. And like I've been saying on my end, as long as you're coming in that way, you won't get blocked. So I think that kind of proves that if you come in here, you show respect, we can have a conversation. If you come in here, you want to act like a butt and say hateful things and all this stuff. Uh, you're going to get blocked. The fact that you're still in here should kind of answer that, because I don't deal with rudeness. You can say what you want to say. If you're going to be rude about it, I block you. You know. It's been a pretty good Sunday, I guess. You know, then that's how adult conversations should be held, and that's how we move forward with things. And that's why so many misunderstandings come up. It's because people aren't willing to have an adult conversation. People want to have an argument and call it a conversation. They want to come on here and be like, well, I'm right, you're wrong. I'm not listening to your side. I'm not answering any of your questions. I'm not seeing any of your point of views. It's all going to be me. And if you don't like that, too bad. And then when those people get blocked, they want to be like, why wouldn't ever let me have a casual conversation with them? But this shows you come in here respectful. You come in here, you check your you check your attitude. We talk like adults, and we go on. Where are they spying at? I mean, I've had to ask for help quite a bit. I'm first want to say that. You can't halfway snitch. Hey, Super Sean, how are you doing? But one of the reasons, I mean, we got our help last night for the room guys, and I'll forever be appreciative of that. And if anybody's doubting that that's where the money's going, I can definitely prove you wrong in that, in every part of that. Our biggest thing now is trying to figure out food and gas. I have the ones who come on here being rude, wanting to cuss, be rude about everything. I have them blocked. But they have so many burner accounts. If they want to come in here on one of their burner accounts and say, hey, this is so-and-so, I'm on a backup account, can we have a conversation? Then we can do that. Swatting, anything would help. So if anything at all would help. Whatever you feel like in your heart to help with. That's what I would say. Peace, love, laugh. They obviously enter the lives all the time because they stream me. So okay, just stop. And as yep. And I also said the conversation's got to be respectful. So the minute you lose that, the minute you get blocked. So I think I've been pretty clear on answering that question because in Dyersburg there were so many letters sent out that I would go in for interviews and get told immediately, get shut down. Hey, we can't hire you because of letters. I agree with you, Swatting. No, I've said it actually several times about several jobs. Tractor Supply, Dollar General, Sherwin-Williams. There's a few other ones there that I went for that I couldn't. I didn't know things about letters until I got them. Always, they didn't really know where I was interviewing at. At one point, they were sending out letters to virtually every place in town, just hoping to get the right place. Uh, so, yeah. I honestly don't care how you think it sounds. Respectfully, I don't, because I know what's happened. Do I think it's silly that letters were sent? 100%. Do I think it's silly that Guardian sent letters to Emerald Inn? And you know he did that. So, but even in that scenario, that the first letter was so screwed up because you argued with me on here that I already had the letter for 3 days before I got it. Okay, so like I was asking earlier, y'all don't want to be lumped in a group together, but y'all lump people into a group together. So is that double standard all right? Not all awareness is the same. Not all awareness does this. Not all awareness does gifts. No, they don't do that. But y'all don't like it to be lumped in a group, but y'all want to lump people into a group. It- 100% someone who is begging for help and using the money the exact way that they said what they're asking for is not scamming somebody. Someone who's getting on here and saying, "Hey, I need $100 for this today," and they send it up their nose, or yeah. So, and I'm saying your name. I think you're the lowest of the low on here. You sit here, you think you run with facts, but it's just stuff you make up a lot. Hey, Kit, I was actually waiting on you to come on to cut up with you, but we're sideways off the tracks right now, so I might need some of that couch syrup though. Everything I needed filed on my taxes is filed on my taxes. But I've done this since 2013. Why? Because y'all seen a GoFundMe in 2013 for a fitness apparel and helping somebody get insurance. I wanted to do that. Y'all seen that? And that's a money grab, because in 2013 I was working at NSK making a very good paycheck every 2 weeks. Yeah, I wanted to start something to help people who could not get insurance. I wanted to start a GoFundMe to help people out. Really, Jim, what line did you work on? I kind of just said that twice. There was people at the YMCA that I was working out with daily didn't have insurance but needed insurance. Okay. I was in the Dyersburg plant, worked the Subaru line for 7.5 years. The plan I had was, if they came, they looked it up, they was like, hey, the insurance is going to be this much. If the funds was in the GoFundMe, take it out, give it to them, and let them buy their insurance. The one for the clothing company, that was something I wanted to get started. I didn't have the seed money for it. Really, I never knew I wasn't an insurance broker. Did you know I wasn't an insurance broker, babe?
Oh,
I didn't know that. I'm just saying. Do I need to be an insurance broker for somebody to say, look, I found this insurance online. It's going to cost me X amount of money for this to get started and for so many months? Do I need to be an insurance broker to take money out of a GoFundMe, or any, if it was my own personal bank account and somebody came up to me and said, "Hey, I need $200 for this," and I gave them $200, do I need to be an insurance broker for that, or can I just help somebody? Jumping Jacks, I still haven't got you unblocked yet, man. I'm sorry. Just find you, Walgo. Excuse me, I'll have to do it when I get off the live. I'm having to take 1 second, guys. Got to go to the restroom. Okay. All right, night shift's gone. Now let me scroll up and see what I missed. Okay, there's you remember the date, and yeah, and he'll be blocked on every one of them. No, I actually think JSA is the lowest of the awareness people. I think we got that, and we got a list that just it doesn't get much better. I think there is some on the spectrum that of the scale there that are they do things with rules and with the conscious and with integrity. But then you got this bottom barrel. Uh, that is, they do everything right the opposite way. And that's, so. What did Jumpin' Jack say? No, I don't like you because, for one, it's the. Oh, I missed all that one. Yeah, I don't like her either. And you see, I also said here publicly and apologize for calling y'all the very bad word. I did. So I'm changing in my life, so I felt like that was an apology that needed to be made. I apologize to you and Fallon both for that word. I don't know if y'all got that. Y'all record everything I do, so I'm sure you've seen it somewhere down the line. So I never called Scam Upper the same name that I called you to.
I would say it's like dealing with a bunch of children. I know children more mature.
Okay, is this the debate you want to have? Is this what you want to debate on? Okay, so publicly, let me do this publicly with you right here in the group. I publicly apologize for calling JSA, Fallon, and her whole crew, even though it's never been brought up about the crew until now. I publicly apologize for calling all of you that. And I hope you humbly accept my apology. And you just heard it again to your whole crew. I apologize to your whole crew. If anybody was offended over there by what I said, I apologize to them. You, Fallon, the whole crew. From the bottom of my heart, I apologize. You can accept it or you cannot. It doesn't matter to me. That will be the last time I apologize for it, though. Okay, that's fine. But I've apologized multiple times for it. You don't accept it. I've apologized. Then you need to move on and quit talking about it.
That's what I was about to say. What was even the purpose then if they wouldn't do it?
Gina, she feels the same way about me. The exact same way. Me and JSA have no mixed feelings about how much we don't like each other. She thinks I'm the lowest of the low. The feeling is mutual. I'm done talking about that because it's whatever y'all say it's going to be. And I don't have to prove it to any of y'all. Yeah, actually, she did say it. She did agree with it right up here in the chat above all this when I said it. And she was like, I feel the same way about you. So, yeah. Yeah. Jesse, you missed a lot. We're not blocking at this moment. We're head on. Just stop spinning here. It just stops in here now. Unless it's night shift, they get blocked. I said respectfully, and they want to say stupid stuff, they can go. So, yeah, we did a benefit for her cancer. At the time of the cancer, it was precancerous. I've said that. It got worse in between. But just because I don't post every second of every minute that I'm awake on social media doesn't mean it's not true. I'm trying to refrain. I'm trying to refrain. I'm trying to be respectful. I'm trying to not use a tone, but this is one hatred that runs deeply to me. I'm sure it runs deeply to her. If she was talking, she would probably be using the same tone that I'm using, which sounds like someone who is talking to someone they don't like, and they're trying not to lose their crap. So that's how I kind of feel about that. Like, I'm trying my best. You're fine where you're at. You can say everything you need to say exactly where you're at. Kit, JSA is awareness. Okay, Kathy, you're gone. Her page is just stop already. You can check her out on here. What makes it the truth? Because y'all say it enough times, it makes it the truth. I've lived my life. I know what's happened in my life. You guys don't. I don't know anything's happening in y'all's life. But, okay, so it just stops already. Her fourth toe on her right foot's missing. If I say that enough, does that make her fourth toe disappear? Does that make it the truth? It doesn't. All right, just stop. Here's a question for you. You can choose to answer it or you can choose to leave. You just said when you stop begging, we'll leave you alone. How about the whole month that I was off TikTok? I didn't come on TikTok. I didn't ask for anything. I didn't ask anything on the backside. It was deactivated. Everybody was left alone. But y'all never stop making posts about me. So was I left alone then? You have a whole Reddit page about me where you go on there and you laugh at these pictures that are posted. You agree with some of the stuff these people are saying that is absolutely horrible. So how is that not doing the exact same thing? You control that page. If I control a page and I let the body shame going and I go and I laugh at the comments, what's been said about it, I'm putting my stamp of approval on there. That's like, and we've talked about this completely. The night of the misunderstanding about what JC said back to the person that said something about cancer, and she made a little comment back to him. That's on me because that happened on my page. So, okay, I get that. But you're dancing around the question that I'm asking. You can't control what anyone makes or anyone does. Can you control your response to them? Okay, so you can control going on there and putting the laughy faces at a picture of me in a tutu. You can go on there and control your actions of, I don't remember verbatim, so I'm not going to say exactly what it was, but when someone made a rude comment and then you make, oh, exactly. I remember you said exactly about it and the little laughy faces out with it. So you can control that. You can control that. I just sat here and said, like, I don't know the comment verbatim, but you've done it several times. You have done it several times. You know you've been on there and you've commented on stuff, right? Just because it's a busy page, does that mean you forget that you comment on stuff? Okay. So then you can probably guess that you've got on there and you've agreed with stuff that's been said, right? Yeah. But when you get on there and you comment and you're the I don't know if you're the leader of your group. You're aware of this group. I don't know. You was the first one that I seen with it, and I assumed you was the leader of the group. Um, you may or may not be. You may be lower on the totem pole. I don't know. Um, there's always a leader in a group, whether it's intentional or not. There's always a leader. There's always someone who takes more of a commanding lead in a group of people. Uh, so, actually, there is somebody called Awareness God. But anyway, I know what you meant, though, but there is somebody called that. So, you can't control stuff that goes on a page that you have the control over. Yeah, Kit. This is the JSA runs a page that covers me and Angela. Um, they said a lot about us for a long time. Okay, but you still made that page. You still control that page. You even told me that you have moderators on that page, right? Jesse, of course, anything that comes in here as a spoof account like that right there, get them out of here. You know, girl, you got it. Okay, so you run that page. So you have complete control of that page. So you can go, you can show the responsibility and go to that page and edit some of the stuff off of it, correct? You don't do it to all of them. If you're going to start a page talking about somebody, you have more responsibility than just what I see. You have the responsibility to go to that page and check it a lot. And if you can't do that and run the page properly, then you need to shut the page down. Because until I see you stand on business with, you don't agree with it, and you start taking the stuff off the page, then in my eyes, you agree with it. Don't deflect. Don't deflect. Deflecting doesn't work. You posted the picture. Matter of fact, let's get this right. You posted the picture that was me and Angela on the treadmills working out side by side. Something I was proud of because she was up doing it. So you posted that picture. Shelby, we're only blocking the fake accounts that come in and are being rude. You posted that picture. It was edited, whether you did the editing yourself or not, where it showed that me and Angela was sitting at a Chinese buffet. So, yeah. So you posted a fake picture up. How is that proof of anything? How is that a receipt? Because the only thing it did was stir up people saying, well, they just took the money they got and went to the Chinese buffet. Just stop posting the picture of it. Hey, Eli.
Hey, Eli.
No, it was an edited picture. Yeah, they did. They said it on your post. You had to correct them. Did you not correct them? Did you not show them the picture, that the original picture, 5 or 6 comments later? Answer the question. Don't deflect. You did. So you had to correct them because they was believing that we went to the Chinese buffet on the money that we got for the room. But it wasn't a fact. You only post facts with receipts, correct? No, don't deflect. Answer the question. You only post facts, right? Then you didn't post a fact. You posted a lie. You had a second. Please watch your language. You had, instead of typing, so all of this is over a pic of you at a buffet, you had the second to refer to that. No, so you're supposed to be bringing facts. That's your thing. I bring facts and I have receipts, but then you put a edited picture. Stacy, she just said she put it up. So for you taking that route, and then how many pictures of me writing checks in places? Okay, was it on a page that you control? Could you have not went and took those pictures down? Did you not comment on them? Hey, this is my chat. You don't have the right to tell anybody to go away. So,
You're telling me what?
Buckeyes Nation says she's a horrible person. That's his opinion. You don't have the right to tell somebody in my chat to go away. You want to chat with them? Hey, it's fine. You want to stand up for yourself? That's fine. It was a picture of what I've done in my past, but was it not a Photoshop or Chat GPT? I don't know what people use to do pictures nowadays. It was Photoshop back when I was doing school stuff and everything. We used Photoshop. So, but wasn't the pictures fake? Because one was at a Chinese buffet, one was at a Walmart, and one was at a hotel. So how is that posting facts and truth when you're posting lies with pictures? Don't deflect. Answer my question, then I'll answer yours. You say you bring facts and truth, but you post pictures that are lies. Because if they're photoshopped and they're not real, that's a lie. Thank you for the hand heart. No, that's not a picture of me writing a bad check somewhere. That is a picture of that someone has edited of me writing a bad check. You want to know the bad checks I wrote? I was about 21 years old when my bank account got jacked up. My check went to a different account. I paid for my gas. I paid for my groceries. I paid my landlord. And I paid my car payment. And all those checks came back bad. I went to court over them. My district attorney found where it was, because I had to get an attorney over it. He found where my account, and my money was going in someone else's account. And then when all that got straightened out, guess what happened then? First Citizens Bank had to take care of all the payments. Now y'all are saying I wrote bad checks. When did I write the bad checks at Walmart then? Because I keep hearing, and I'll take it as hearsay until I see proof. I keep hearing JSA has the copy of it. JSA has the copy of it. Well, if JSA has the copy of it, um, why hasn't JSA posted it? Because you post everything else, right? But right now I'm trying to figure out that, and I'm also trying to figure out exactly these people like JSA thinks they have the right to tell everybody what they can do with their own money. You have a copy of all my court records. Hey, Glory, we're going head to head tonight, guys. I'm tired of being stepped on by people like her on here. If you have them, you would have done showed them. First of all, you claim somebody said, and this was a hearsay. And I'm gonna ask you since you have them. And I did tell JSA she could talk as long as we kept it respectful. This is a little bit more heated than it was with Darla and the other ones, but I knew it would be. Thank you again for the hand hearts. I appreciate that. Appreciate all gifts, guys. What was I saying? Somebody put me back on track. Oh, so you've got all this proof that you've yet to show. Somebody was saying that it was supposed to have been from 11 years ago. Saying 2015 is when these bad checks were supposed to be. I didn't have a checking account in 2015. I've been using prepaid cards for a long time. I was using American Express Bluebird back then. Mm-hmm. No, don't deflect. Don't deflect. Like they say, you're a good deflector. Don't deflect. Answer the questions. Oh, hey, Wingo, you missed it. Welcome back. So tell me, JSA, you only post facts and truth, but yet you post fake pictures and photoshopped. A lot of them are asked not to be lumped together, but don't lump me in with a bunch of people I don't belong lumped into either. So. No, answer the question. You should change your name to Just Stop Deflecting. That's what you should really change your name to, because you are a world-class deflector when it's coming back at you. This is why you keep all your people over there that just go, you're right. Let me just pull your britches down and kiss your left butt cheek. Answer the question. How many pictures have you posted that wasn't true? How many Photoshop pictures have you posted of me? who was like, Gloria, we're not going to sink down to the lows. I'm going to say that right here. We're not going to sink to their lows on body shaming. I appreciate the gifts. I appreciate you being in here taking up for us, but we will not sink down to that low. That's one of the things I'm fighting against right now is being body shamed. So I don't want someone else to be body shamed, no matter what they've done, no matter what's going on with them. I don't want that. I'm not sinking to their lows to make fun of them. I'm not going to sink to their lows to make pictures of them. So I'm going to ask you respectfully, please do not do that on this page. So I don't guess we're getting an answer on that one. Did I hit a nerve, JSA? Because the only thing you could say back to me was I was a complete narcissist and to stop begging, but you never could answer the question. You say you show proof. You say that's all you're about is proof and receipts. But a Photoshop picture is a lie. There's legit 4 filtered words on my list. I'm not monetized. I wish I could figure out how to get monetized. I've been talking to someone about down the road when all this is done where I don't have to come over here and ask for help because I'm starting a new job. I'm going to work. We're going to be better. We're going to be on our feet. How to get monetized so I can come over here and do battles and do stuff like that and kind of make some extra money on the way TikTok is completely set up for you to set up. Reddit has a lot to do with it when it's her page that she's running. Well, Leah, that's down the road. I want to make content. I want to start doing more stuff. I want to start doing funny videos. Thank you, Christina. Anybody can ask the question as long as they're respectful. This is the first time I'm seeing Glory. I don't know Glory. I know she's coming here. She's sent a couple of gifts. As talked, this is the first time I'm meeting Glory. So I don't know anything about her, but from what I'm making my decision about her right here, and it is cold. Believe me, Sandra, and I don't want anybody to take this wrong. Let me set y'all down while I put on Rainbow Bright to cover up with it. I'm careful with everybody. So I kind to take everybody with a lot of caution, and it's only because of this app. Angela can't work right now because she's got some health problems going on. Thank you, Papa Smurf. I don't have the proof of that, so I can't really sit here and say that, but I've heard that. That was hearsay, so that really wasn't... Okay, so I guess JSA is gone. So I will firmly put my flag down saying that I won that debate. That's where I work on. I work on proof. If somebody can show me something that somebody is a bad person or they done this, they done that, that's Bugs Bunny. I've answered that question to you twice, so you're done. I'm not going to keep answering the same question over and over and over and over and over. They will, Eli. And this chat right here has been a head-to-head chat. I appreciate everybody heads up with everything. I do take what everybody says seriously. So, and I've been on this live a lot longer than I meant to be on this live, almost 3 hours long. Hey, and another turn of events. If anybody can help us out with anything to get some groceries and gas, I'm laughing because this whole live has been a defense, but I'm having to ask because we are not at the point yet to where I'm getting paychecks in and we can stand on our own 2 feet. I think it's been a good live always. So, okay, the whole name is Project Cushion Part 2. I thought the name was, they were saying Part 2 to Project Cushion. I was sitting here trying to figure out what that was. Thank you, Julius. I've said it for a long time. I will let anybody talk as long as they're respectful. I do 100%, and I don't need it in my heart. I need to let it go. I need to go on past it. I need to pray on it. I need to pray for them. I need to pray for her and pray for all my enemies. Well, the food stamps was $164 on the 8th. So, yeah, feeding 2 people every meal. We made it to the 22nd, so I think we did pretty good with that much money. What am I looking up here, guys? I'm trying to. I'm going to say this. I don't know Glory. I said that a while ago, but I will be looking into everything. Thank you again for the gift. I appreciate that. I hope nobody takes this the wrong way, but I will. I look into everybody, and when people start giving me warnings about people, I look into that person myself. I'm not doubting what anybody says. It's just I do my research. Um, Julius, you're 100% right, and that's what some of them has become. And that's where the beginning of this kind of took off at. The beginning of this conversation about 3 hours ago took off at. Um, exactly, Christina, and that's exactly why I look into people, and that's all I ask for people to do to me. If hey Morgan, um, if somebody comes on here and they get told, hey, Tim's this and Tim's that, um, I just want people to say I made my own decision about it. All right, give me 1 second, and I will. Let me pause you guys. That's going to be my little 30-second break. Okay, guys. This time I paid attention. I'm bad about unmuting and not unmuting, and I'll be talking and realize I'm still muted. Um, I've gotten a little help. I didn't realize some of it came through earlier. I want to thank everybody who's helping. We have $35 to go to food and gas. Um, so we are getting a little help there. Um, so Big Walt. I'm sorry, Big Walt, Big Wait. I thought it was an I. We're trying to come up with as much as we possibly can to get gas. I started a new job this week, so we're needing gas in the car and we're needing some groceries. If anybody can help with anything, um, it would definitely be appreciated. 35 would get us something. We'll make it stretch as far as we possibly can, but if we can get anything extra to go with it, um, it would definitely be appreciated, guys. Okay, the only restriction I got on mine right now is from earlier. Um, Big Walt, seeing that my payday's not until 2 weeks, and the way gas prices are, if I filled my car up, it would go about 2 weeks before Um, um, and it take. I don't know how much it would take at this point with the gas prices as high as they are to fill it up. Uh, Last time I filled it up, it was like $25, but I wasn't sitting as low as I was now. So gas prices here. I looked earlier and they were like $3.79 a gallon. So better than some places. Fred, we would definitely keep a lookout for that. And if someone starts doing that, they're gone. We're not going to spread negativity on this one. We're going to stay positive over here. We're going to spread love. We're going to pray for each other. And if somebody comes in here with a negative attitude and tries to kill that vibe, then they're gone, buddy. So I have some very good mods that take care of a lot of the bad stuff that comes in. God bless. But yeah, 50 would definitely fill the car up. Um, I'm guessing with gas prices. Like I said, I haven't filled up with gas prices this high. We try to stay away from politics on here, but I have to agree with you this time around. Same way. Exact same thing here. Walt, I was, man, when he came around and ran that second time, I was just like, whoo, yeah. Or third time. It's like, yeah, man, here we go. And now here we are in the middle of it, and I'm like, God, he's got to go. But we're not getting into politics, guys. I don't have the strength to go politics today. I promise you one day we will come on here and we'll do a politics talk. But just not today. $12 a gallon in Australia. It's like I thought somebody said it was like $10 in California. I might be a little wrong. Okay, Jesse. Okay. Okay. I thought somebody was saying it was $10 in California. Still crazy. It's insane. It's insane. Um, all right, you have a good one too. Happy to send you their love.
Okay, have a good
They're getting
night.
off. And thank you. $3.29 there. No, we're definitely trying. Who said it was $10? Where was that at? Oh, this was on the live last night. Somebody said it was $10 where they was at. What? Somebody said it was like 12 in Australia.
Oh, no, I would say, like, well, maybe it was Canada.
Might have been Canada. Might have been somebody from Canada that was saying.
Because I remember somebody from Canada being over there.
Okay, so I'm about to shut down the back and forth in the boxes that are in the chat here. Wow, Morgan, they went after your CA and Venmo. They actually did that to somebody else before and got theirs shut down. It's insane. But what I'm about to say, and this is going to be the last I'm going to see or speak on it. You're not going to be blocked, but you will be muted. If Gloria is this bad person, there's proof of it. If you're saying it, please be able to back it up. Nobody gets into the inner circle without research being done. So, if you're going to say someone's a bad person, please show me the proof. You can send it to me. You can send it to Jesse. I'm going to, as soon as I get off here, I'm going to do my own research. But as far as going back and forth, I appreciate everybody who's giving the warning. I appreciate everybody who, I don't know who Spread Love is, to be honest with you. I don't even know who that is. But I kind of want the chat to stop going back and forth with it. Research is going to be done. Research is done on anybody. So when I get off here, I'm going to go do my own research. I'm going to look at it. If anybody else has any proof they want to show me, please send it to me. And then I'll be making my judgment. So that's how I take care of things. That's how I do things. Okay. We know the proof is on our page. I'll be going to look at it. And I'll be making my decision off of what I see and what I learn. Just like I do with a lot of people that come here. My DMs are open. If anybody wants to send me anything, by all means, please do. Please do. So, send it to me. Send it to Jessie. You can send it to Jessie right now. She can check it because she's got more freedom to bounce in and out of the live than I do. She can bounce out of the live, go check a DM, and it doesn't shut the live down. If I bounce out to check a DM, it shuts me down. And sometimes we don't get them on Angela's phone. I have to sit there and restart the page and everything. But I would like to move on past all of this. We can settle this in the DMs and stuff. Um, the only thing I know about her is from what I know about her from this live right now. By all means, I'm not taking up for nobody. I'm not saying she's a bad person. I'm not saying she's a good person. I just know she's a person. I don't know if she's a she. I just know it's a female's picture. So, but we're going to go that route with it. The one thing we're not going to allow in this chat is anybody to body shame. Y'all was here earlier. She said something, and I told her we're not dealing with that. I don't care who you are. You can be my best friend in this world. If you're coming on here on this chat and you start body shaming people and talking bad about people like that, you will be blocked. There's no muting. There's blocking. Yeah, I've told Jesse. Me and Jesse's had to talk about some things. I don't get it either. I can't argue. She did do that. Y'all hang on one minute. Excuse me, guys. Didn't mean to cough in y'all's ear. I don't believe in doxing because I have doxing done to me so many times. We will not dox anybody in this live. We will not body shame anybody in this live. We will not mock the Lord in this live. All of that is you're going to be instantly gone. So something was said to me just then that Summerby, by all means, please ask your question. I'm going to mute and just give me 1 second. Maybe a pause. want to thank for that anonymous help. As far as I know, it's going to stay anonymous. If they want public anonymous of it, please raise your hand. Thank you, though. Raise your hand. What the hell am I saying? Thank you, though, for that. That puts us at a $45 mark for some gas and to get a little bit of groceries. So we definitely appreciate that. God is good all the time. That is 100%. So that's what we've got so far. We do have the room money covered. We do have that completely taken care of. I pay that tomorrow. So I start a job Tuesday, so thank you for that advice. So that's kind of where we're at in the situation. We have, what did I say? I forgot the 45?
Yeah.
We got 45. So should be able to message me. You have to send a request. Or I'll tell you what, I'll hit the follow back and it will go into it. Let me see your phone. Let me see your phone. Let me just. We don't pray much in the live. I'm a very private prayer, I guess you could say. But I do pray for people. Well, I followed you back always, so you should be able to definitely message us now. Oh, I love it when I go to click on something and it disappears. Thank you for that help. I appreciate that. I will give everybody a new total in just a moment. Of course, you would definitely stay anonymous. I'm looking at a few things now. Just bear with me, guys. I promise I'll be right back. I mean, I'm here. I'm just not. I'll tell y'all for 1 second what I'm fixing to do. I'm comments are I'm turning comments off for one moment, and I'm doing that to give me and Jesse time to figure something out here. So they'll be turned back on in just a few moments. I think me and Jesse's getting overwhelmed with stuff being sent to us. So just bear with us. Give us 1 second, guys. We appreciate it. Um, so just bear with me. This live's been off the chart, guys. It really has. It's been all over the place. Um, Again, bear with me. Like I said, we're looking at everything that's being sent to us. So just still bear with us 1 more minute, guys. I didn't see this going for 3+ hours and being so deep today. But here we are. Thank you for the hand hearts. Wow. Again, bear with me, guys. Oh, this is kind of wild what's all going on right this second, but I felt like this is something that needed to be stopped and addressed because it wasn't stopping. That was pretty wild. Why not got that song? She's a lady. Whoa, 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 she's a lady. Talking about she's a lady. That's the only thing I know, though, and I know it's not right. But that is a song that stuck in my head. All right, guys, we're about to turn these comments back on. We're going to be off and running. Cause she's a lady. If anybody knows more lyrics to that song, hit me up in the chat. Now, and the lady is mine. Thank you. I knew the next line was something like that. I just didn't know what it was. Okay, so probably got blocked on that one because there's no name, no nothing. I should have looked while I had the other phone and got you unblocked from your main account. I may be able to do it on here. Give me 1 second. Let me address that. Jumpin' Jack's a great person, and I want to make sure. There's so many people that's been blocked. Sometimes it's hard to find people. We are about to. I can't find in here in the short block list. Jumpin', what is your exact name for your main account? Yeah, that's exactly what I was just going to say. There's no picture. There's no followers. That's usually what our trolls. He got blocked on his main, and I forgot to. I was going to block him afterwards, and I think a little bit. It's just I know exactly. He's actually been in a lot, and he got blocked earlier on an accident. I can get you unblocked. I just need to know the name I'm typing in because I think it was Jumpin' Jacks, but it had a bunch of X's, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what yours?
Did you find them? That's the one that I just unblocked.
Okay.
And see, I thought we had talked in DMs before. Ooh-wee. Stomach's starting to hurt. But we're going to get this taken care of because this has been ongoing. So I'm going to take care of this. And then we're going to take care of the other issue that's on hand. I'm right here with it now. Like, I'm on the blocked accounts. We got that one unblocked. Give me 1 second. I'm right there on it now. I went on her phone. I just have to dig through all these fake accounts that comes up. So that may take a moment. There you are. Cute little doggy. So your main one's unblocked. But you'll have to go back in and refollow me from it. And sorry it took me a minute to get there. But we're there. After the research and looking, and I just after looking at what I just looked at, and plus I've got a new update to give you guys in just a moment. this is the way I kind of look at things. If I wouldn't follow the account of someone, and I don't follow everybody, but it's like if I look at someone's page and there's something on there that I just go, there's no way in this world I would follow this account. I'm not going to allow that chance of it to flow over into the live. So, hang on one second. I'm confused now. So, no, the decision is not coming from just a bunch of people saying, but when I go and I look and I see someone has, and it's somebody that I don't like the person either, but I don't agree with doxing people, and I don't agree with the body shaming. So from that decision, Gloria, I have to say thank you for the gifts, but I'm definitely going to make the decision to block you. And it may sound crazy, but it's just from what I've read, what I've seen. I don't agree with the doxing somebody. I don't like top 4 ways either. I don't agree with doxing her. I don't agree with posting a picture of her on her wedding day. That's something that's very special to somebody. I don't care about her size. That's just something that I don't agree with. Even if she was a skinny mini, it's still that's a day that's special for her in her whole life. So for me, that's kind of that's the blow that did it for me. It was my decision. Nobody else made that decision for me, but it just seems to me that that's the way to go with it. After seeing what I've seen, I don't like top 4 ways. I never knew her for a real name. I didn't know what her picture was. Daggum. I'll go look on the mute list in just a second, but that's the decision. Jesse, can you look back and find her and block, please? Thank you for unmuting Jumping Jacks too, because I was just going to have to figure out how to do that. Thank you. So that's the decision I made. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with the body shaming. I don't agree with the. I don't agree with doxing people, and I sure don't agree with taking pictures of someone on a day like their wedding and posting it to be vindictive on. That's just no matter what they do, and that's the ones that make money off of us by doing lives. I don't agree with what they do. I'll never agree with what they do, but again, that's going too far. That is taking it a level that it shouldn't be. So I don't like to be body shamed. I would absolutely hate it if don't block James B. Okay. Oh, if you say don't block him, that's fine. I haven't even went over there and looked at anything on Reddit since we've been on, but I can only imagine. And it's on Just Stop's page that she can control. So if there's another Photoshop picture posted on there, it's lies that she's letting go. It does. It does. I've been a big guy my whole life. I was a 12-pound baby. I was always bigger than everybody in my class. I was always taller. I would outgrow my clothes in the middle of the year. And it's like, we was poor growing up. We didn't have money in the middle of the year just to go buy a whole new school clothes. So I just had to make it work. I got made fun of. I got bullied because of my size. I got bullied because of the clothes that I was wearing. But I learned, my daddy set me down one day and he goes, son, he said, this is what I'm going to tell you to do with these bullies. Next one that walks up to you and bullies, you make a fist and get them as hard as you can. Pop them as hard as you can. "Hey, Roman," and he said, "You may take a butt whooping or two." He said, "But it's going to toughen you up, and it's going to show them not to bully you." And that's exactly what I did. AJ, we have the room secured. I'm trying to stop and give an update. Let's see, let me do it in my head. We have $60 for gas and a little bit of groceries. The room secured, and we've got $60 going to that. Chicken thigh. What's up, Roman? That is awesome. Which one are you hoping for? Roman may or may not be pregnant again.
Oh.
That is awesome, guys. Because I want to give everybody an update because we just had something else come in. Oh, that is awesome, Roman. She is pregnant. They're hoping for a baby boy.
Oh.
That is awesome. Roman, if you start to feel sick during this pregnancy, I know someone who makes some really good couch syrup that can fix you right up. That was so funny last night.
It was.
Jesse, was you in here for that last night? I can't remember if you was or not. Kit was trying to talk about making some homemade cough syrup last night, and she didn't have her glasses on, and she said that they used to make couch syrup. Oh. And we re-ragged her about that last night pretty good. What?
I'm obsessed with police fires of that.
I almost asked you where. Oh, Lord, there's a fire. Ain't nobody got time for that. So back to what I was about to say too, Roman. I got a little Johnny joke I want to share about pregnancy, if y'all don't mind, and then I'll pause, get everything switched around, and give an update. Thank you, everybody who's helping. We really do appreciate it. Y'all ready for this cheesy Johnny joke? So little Johnny's sitting on the stoop one day, and he's playing with a little bottle of turpentine. Angela went, well, sitting there with this little bottle of turpentine, just flipping it over, watching it go up the bottle, down the bottle, swash around and everything. And preacher at church comes by and says, little Johnny, son, what are you playing with there? And little Johnny goes, oh, I'm playing with a little bottle of turpentine. Sir, did you know that turpentine is the most powerful liquid in the world? Well, pastor looked at him and he goes, oh, no, sir. No, son, it is not. Holy water is. He said, little Johnny, you can take a drop of holy water, rub it on a pregnant woman's stomach, and she'll pass a boy. Well, little Johnny raised up and looked at the pastor, and he said, that's nothing. I can take a drop of this turpentine, rub it on a cat's butt, and he'll pass a motorcycle. There's my cheesy joke of the day, guys. I do have some pretty cheesy jokes. Well, I know Granny needed her glasses on. That's what they said last night. I didn't say that. You laughed. You know you did. Everybody's supposed to type in LOL. Yeah, that's what I need is gonna burn the couch. I need to start telling jokes on live and having a sign behind me that I can push a button and it says applause now. You can't mute me. I'm the person in charge of the live. Oh, I've got some cheesy ones. Guys, give me 1 second. I'm going to step out of the live and get everything transferred and give everybody an update of what we have right now. I'll be right back. Hey, look at me learning I can do something different here. Okay, guys, I'm back. That new total puts us up to $75 to be able to get some gas and excuse me, guys, and to be able to get a few groceries. I am going to have to get off here in a few and fix us some supper. Angela, fix lunch. It's time for me to fix supper. What am I being punished for? Which you could. Jesse said that have you bust my butt? So I was picking on Kit. Not for sure what we're eating tonight. We do have something here for tonight's supper. I think it's just sandwich stuff though. So we did have enough to get through tonight. It was just tomorrow. We knew we was SOL tomorrow if we didn't get some help. And I'm very thankful for all the help. I cannot say thank you enough.
Thank you. I was yawning in the middle of that.
Yeah. Thank you, Jumping. Sorry you got blocked so many times. Thank you for not getting mad and everything. So, welcome back. Yeah, we have 75. Thank you, JC. I appreciate that. JC said, I'll send 5 to make it 80. Yeah, it's an even number thing. We talked about that last night, too. But thank you for that. I appreciate that. And we're going to fix something to eat. I don't know if we'll jump back on again tonight because I wasn't expecting almost a 4-hour live. We'll stay on for 5 more minutes because that'll put us 7:10 with 3 hours and 40 minutes. Thank you, Jesse. Again, I want to say thank you to everybody who's helped, everybody who's stuck out the long haul of the conversation. It wasn't the typical live. I feel like Tina, I can't say what the new job is. That's just for, trying to keep everything personal and close to pocket. I wish I could tell everybody. I wish I could tell everybody and just we could all celebrate and be happy about it. But unfortunately, I can't. So, but I don't know how much you'll see of me this coming week because I'll be working. I don't know what my schedule is going to be, but we're going to try to start doing more videos. We may bring back our old man, old woman videos. Hey, mother. Hey, mother. What are we doing today, mother? She hates that. Absolutely hates that. I'm gonna leave y'all with a story that will make y'all laugh. Thank you, Tina. We was married for about a year. We lived in a trailer. Trailer was kind of set up really weird. The big bedroom we had was in the front of the trailer. This was the most awesome part of it, though. It had thank you, Deborah. It had a toilet in like a closet. So when you woke up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom, you didn't have to go nowhere. You just, I don't know. I think it was an old bathroom and somebody remodeled it and turned it into a bedroom. But down across, you went from the bedroom to the living room, little dining area, kitchen, and then off the kitchen was a full-size bathroom. Well, we was getting ready to go somewhere one night. I got off work, I came in, was trying to get together fast. I took a shower first, dried off. I'm standing by the bedroom door. She's standing beside the bathroom, and I've got nothing but the towel on. And she goes, "Babe, did you use the last clean towel?" And I was like, "Yeah, I had to take a shower, so I used it." Well, she asked me, she said, "Will you throw that towel to me?" So I just balled it up and threw it. Well, she reaches up and catches it out of the air. And when she does, the corner comes out and snaps her in the eye. Didn't mean to do it. She got so mad at me. And she told me, she was like, "I'm going to get even with you." And I'm sitting there I'm like, "Babe, I didn't mean to do it. There's nothing to get even to." Well, a few weeks go by and she lets me forget about all that. And none of you know this, but I have and I expect a lot of laughs when I say this. I have a hairy tramp stamp on the lower part of my back. I have a patch of hair where the tramp stamp should be on the person. And Angela had finally figured out how she was going to get me back for the pop in the eye. She caught me going to take a shower. I took my shirt off. I just had my drawers on, my flip-flops. I'm going in there. She takes a piece of Gorilla Glue tape. Now, I'm going to tell you, this is how good she is. She bent the corner of it down. She walks up to me, sneaks up behind me, slaps me in the small of the back, right on my hairy tramp stamp, sticks that tape to it. That hurt on its own because she slapped the pea juice out of me. She slaps it, grabs the corner that she had bent down all at the same time, and yanks it off my back. And I had a perfect about 5-inch square of no hair in the middle of the small of my back. So that's her style of pranking. So she does not need to prank me at all. It hurt. I got so mad at her. So mad at her. It's like, I don't ever think we went out that night. I got so mad. We was going to go out to Cruisers. That's back when Cruisers was there.
Yeah.
And we was going to go to Cruisers that night and eat, and we didn't even go. I like to, used to, she's got great reactions to being scared. But I can't do them to her anymore because of the epilepsy. But her reactions to being scared is priceless. But unfortunately, can't do that anymore. So that would be the perfect thing. But guys, I'm going to jump off here. It's 3 hours, 40 minutes. Thank you all for coming in today. Thank you all who's helped. Appreciate everybody. We get off here making something to eat. And maybe watch a little bit of television.
It would be lovely.
So we'll probably go watch Reba. Check my PayPal. Okay. Oh, thank you. So that puts the new total up to 100 for gas and some food. Thank you all so much. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Definitely appreciate it, guys. So, all right, guys, we're jumping off here. Go fixing something to eat, and then all the way to the end, huh? Hey, I'm in a tube top this time. Anyway, you guys have a good night. We love you guys. Thank y'all for all the help.
Thank y'all.
You want to tell them good night or anything?
Good night.
She's so precious, guys. We'll see you guys down the road.
I love y'all.